So all this, what do you want to call it? All this hmm, industry. I'm gonna call it industry stuff that's coming to light, right? Just the whole makeup of the industry has been coming to light, right? The 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 sexual deviancy, the pedophilia, the sex working, the drugging, and the assault, the sexual assaults from drugging, the everything, right? That has to do with that. The casting couch, the selling of humans, so human trafficking, so everything that has to do with being in the business, basically, right? It's coming to light. And my whole thing is that all the people that's doing interviews, um, getting paid for interviews now, the people that knew this was going on back then and wasn't saying anything about it, right? And now they want to talk about it. But then you have those who've been speaking about it, but nobody wanted to listen to them then. A lot of victims was coming out speaking. A lot of people was telling you about the dark side of the industry, the blackmail, the drugging and the raping and the sexual assault and the parties, all of that. The pay to play, the you know the sick shit of the sick sad shit of it. The things people would do for fame, the things people would do for stature, the things people would do for money, the way that people in position would take advantage of those looking for opportunity. Right? Then you realize like there's a lot of people who are willing to degrade themselves in such a way just to be a part of the lifestyle. To be a paid whore. Right? A lot of these people who a lot of us, a lot of children, I say a lot of us because people seem to look up to celebrities, look up to athletes, look up to movie stars, actresses and actors and things of that nature, not knowing that a lot of these people didn't get in position because of their work ethic. They got into it because of their uh, sex, I guess. Um, the way that they spread their butt cheeks, the way that they work their neck, their mouth, the fact that they were willing to let people just run through them and treat them a certain way. I said this before, and I say this all the time. Like when somebody is paying you for a service, or paying you for a service. When somebody is paying you for sex, after a while they treat you away, right? They treat you like nothing. They treat you like property, and you realize there's a lot of people who's willing to be treated that way, who's willing to, you know, I mean, to get, think about this. People fly overseas, fly to other countries to get pissed and shit on for money. Now, can I blame the person that's pissing and shitting on you when you allow that to happen because you want some money? When you would rather take the easy way? Is that the easy route? I mean, how? Where's your self respect? Where's your self esteem that you would go through that just to be a part of the lifestyle? Because some of them do it because they want to be part of the lifestyle. Now, if you got in a situation where somebody gave you something and drugged you and you passed out and they took advantage of you, like Or I seen something about the Justin Bieber kid, and I was like, that's just some sick shit. I don't know what was going on with a lot of these kids. Especially when you go through the Nickelodeon thing. The Nickelodeon documentary, but then you realize like um, the Olsen twins. With the Bob Saget roast. When you think about that, and you realize that, man, a lot of people knew about a lot of this shit and they did nothing, um, but make jokes about it. You know, um, were they afraid to lose their career, or were they afraid that no one would believe them? If you ask me, most of them was afraid of losing their career, and they didn't really care about the victims and all of this, because a lot of these were children being sold by their parents because their parents wanted to live the lifestyle, right? Why else would you allow your child to be alone with adults, out of your presence, I guess? And then a lot of these are just, when it comes to a lot of these entertainers, you know, they just did it for the opportunity, right? So you will allow yourself to be passed around and treated like somebody stepped in because you wanted to be in a movie, because you wanted to be a part of the business. I mean, really? I mean, look at the docs that came out about what's going on with Diddy. You feel me? And right now, Diddy's name is just being used for everything, because right now, when we talk about guys that got a little sweetness to them or a little sugar in their tank, or, that's what we say now. You feel me? But he got that Diddy in him. You feel me? You know, but that's neither here nor there. You know, the seriousness of this conversation. I figure like that's just funny to me, because I was just talking to my bro the other day about something crazy like that, and I just told him that, buddy got that Diddy in him, and we thought it was funny, but it's not funny when you think about like everything he's being accused of. I don't know if he's guilty or innocent. I don't know. I mean, some of it I believe. You know, when you hear about the Cassie situation. And I think about it, did it start like the Young Miami situation where she just wanted to be a part of the lifestyle, and then it got completely out of hand and it began to snowball? Or was it because she didn't get what she wanted to get out of it, and then she realized that, you know, she can get some money out of it? Now, when it comes to his ex-wife that died under those mysterious circumstances, you feel me? I always felt like that was kind of suspect. I don't know. Shit, I don't know that nigga. I ain't know her. But you have a circle of people that's around these people, and they were like, well, this and that, this and that. And then you got people that's been talking about it forever. And then you got those that's coming out now because, now it's cool to talk about it and they can get a check about it. You know? And I don't respect that at all, because I feel like if you was hanging around and you seen this man doing all of this shit and you didn't say anything then you basically part of the problem, right? If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. And if all that shit was going on and you knew about it and you was witness to it and you didn't say anything, then you part of the problem, and you know what I mean? You just as guilty, in my opinion. You know. But yeah, because you realize that a lot of people, are just in it for the money, right? So if you sell yourself to be a part of the lifestyle, or you sell yourself because you feel like it's a shortcut to get to where you want, I can't respect that shit. And I don't look at you as a victim if you do those things willingly. Now, Kids is different. Kids will forever be victims. Um, and if you are an adult, if you are a parent, and you're in a position where you're supposed to protect children and you allow that to happen, you're just a sick person, and you should be locked up behind somebody's bars, right? Because to sell your kids because you want to live a certain lifestyle is disgusting. To know that somebody is molesting, taking advantage, or sexually assaulting, or even drugging and raping children, and you keep quiet on that because you don't want to be an outcast, or because you don't want to lose um, your opportunity, because you want to continue to be a part of the industry, is really fucking sick. And it seems to be the reason why a lot of people kept their fucking mouth closed, because they want to be a part of the business. They wanted to stay a part of the industry. They didn't care about what was actually going on. And it shows you that money controls a lot of people, that we live in a sick, sad world. And that it's like being popular in high school, where you would pick on the less fortunate to be in with the in crowd, or you would pick on those who wasn't able to, uh, who wasn't able to, what was it, who just didn't have it, who family didn't have it how you had it, you know, whether it was middle class, or whether your family had a little more money, or you were able to have the name brand shoes and the name brand clothes, and then you got around people who picked on those who didn't have that. That's it's just another way that it's like the industry. That's how it's set up. It's really fucking childish when you think about it, but it's just more sick. People want to be popular, and they'll do whatever it takes to be popular. So, you know, um, TV is the greatest weapon ever invented, if you ask me, and fame is a hell of a drug. Popularity, you know, people want to be known. Sick, man, and nobody seems to have a problem with it. People just, when money is involved, there's no telling what people will do or wouldn't do. So, sell yourself for money, sell your soul. I guess, you're gonna give up your manhood, allow yourself to be degraded. And it's a lot of men that go through shit, but they're not gonna speak on it. You know, um, my whole thing is that when it comes to the men, and a man was to drug and rape you, or drug and you were sexually assaulted, or a man was to touch you in a way that was not welcomed by you, and you don't and you find out about it and you don't do nothing about it, you just allow yourself to be a victim. To me, that's some weak ass unmanly shit. And to me, that means there was something about you that man seen. I mean, I'm not victim blaming, but it had to be something about you that a man seen in you, that he knew he could try you like that, and there would be no consequences. You know, because it's a different level of, you feel me, when a man does that to another man. I don't know. Maybe it just, I don't know. It's part of the business, I guess. It's the reason why they like to see men in dresses, or they like to see men play the role of women. It's just a lot of sick shit out here. And it seems like the industry, whether it's the movie industry, music, entertainment, period, it seems to be a lot of predators lurking around and going out of their way, or just can't wait to find a chink in your armor so they can take advantage of you in a way, because what people don't understand is that sex is always used as a weapon. You know, it's not for pleasure. It's like people like to dominate people, and they use sex to do it. What's the what's the way to have dominance over a fucking heterosexual man than to assault him sexually or to have him do something that would be considered gay to a heterosexual man? Or I don't know. Maybe all these industry niggas just got that dead in them.